One of our most popular YouTube channels currently, which is just under 500,000 subs, the channel took quite a while to grow. Now, my wife and I run 12 active YouTube channels. We generate anywhere between $30,000 and $70,000 in YouTube ad revenue every single month. And this is one of our biggest channels at the moment. But this channel took a while to get going. So if you're a small-time creator, I want to share with you some very interesting YouTube analytical data that will hopefully give you the inspiration to just keep going, because YouTube can literally change your life. So many people are just a few videos away from getting monetized and a few more videos away from changing their lives. Let's take a look at the YouTube studio and I'll show you exactly what I mean. Now, my wife and I have been running this YouTube channel for a few years, and we love showcasing this channel because it's the perfect example of why you need to stay consistent. A lot of people come to YouTube with the expectation of, I want to get monetized in 30 days and I want to quit my job in 2 months and become a successful YouTuber. Whilst that can happen, take it from me when I tell you, running a YouTube channel, growing a YouTube channel from zero is a really, really big achievement. Do not downplay the achievement of growing a YouTube channel by trying to think to yourself you can do it really quickly. It's like saying I want to grow a £1 million business in 2 months. Yeah, some people do it, but it's really, really unlikely to happen. If you go in with that mindset, you're already starting way less than where you should be, because it takes time, and the majority of people who start out on YouTube think it's a get-rich-quick scheme and they just disappear. The number one reason why most YouTube channels don't work is because they're not consistent. And the reason they're not consistent is because A, the YouTube channel doesn't align with them as a person and they're not able to consistently upload videos because they just can't be bothered and they just cannot come up with any good videos and they just don't enjoy the process. And B is because they were expecting to get millions of views straight off the bat and start making a ton of money, and it just doesn't work that way. So let's take a little deep dive into this channel. Like I said, we've been running this channel for a while. We started this channel in 2021, and it took not very long to get monetized. I think we got this channel monetized in just over 2 months. So already this channel was showing signs of working because it got monetized in 2 months, and that's pretty good for us. Most of our channels take, between a month and 3 months to get monetized. Our record is 8 days, and if you want to check that out, you can check out the video where I talk about how we monetized 7 YouTube channels over the past few years in under 3 months. And like I said, we got one of them monetized in 8 days, which is pretty up there in terms of the record for getting monetized. So yeah, we know exactly what we're doing when it comes to monetizing and when it comes to creating good content, because the way to get monetized is to create good content. What's the point in getting monetized straight away if the channel just doesn't do anything? I would rather it take 6 to 12 months to get monetized and then have a channel that's going to last 10 years than get monetized in 2 weeks and make no money and not make impactful videos and the channel die within 6 months. So like I said, this channel is a great example of why you need to stay consistent. Not only did this channel have the potential to work because we'd already done all of the hard work testing it and doing the market research, so we knew this channel was going to work. It was based around something that we really enjoy talking about, and there was a really nice little niche, an opening that we were like, this content can work, and it does work. But it didn't work straight away, even with those two things, the fact that we have knowledge and we are able to skip a few months ahead because of the knowledge that we have when it comes to YouTube, and the fact that this was a really, really unique niche but that had potential to work. And it still took us a couple of months before this channel took off. Now imagine if you're just starting out like we did back in the day, and you don't have all this knowledge built up and you don't really know if it's going to work or not. It's going to take you even longer, and that's completely fine. Our very first YouTube channel over 11 years ago, it took us a whole year to gain 1,000 subs. Are you willing to put that time in and get 0 revenue and not many views for an entire year before anything happens? If you're not, move on and go do something else, because YouTube is not the place for you. So like I said, this is a great example of why you need to stay consistent. So this channel was monetized pretty quickly, but monetized doesn't really mean anything if you're not generating that much revenue. Now, we were a couple of dollars a day is nice for a new channel, and for a small-time creator this would be amazing. Obviously for us running this as a business, we're not making, we're not even breaking even with this kind of revenue, but that's different. That doesn't apply to you probably at this stage. So as you can see, this channel was running for almost a year before one of our videos really took off. This is the kind of pattern that we like to see on YouTube, and we see this usually across the board with our channels. Nothing for a few months, one big hitter video, and then the channel, and then a big drop, because that's just always what happens after a big hit video, and then slow and steady growth. And obviously, as you can see, there's big ups and downs. This is just what happens with YouTube. It's almost never straight up. It's up and down. As long as over the course of 10 years, you will see hopefully a steady incline, but not many channels just completely go up and up and up all the time. There comes a point when it just doesn't work like that. And that's why you supplement income from YouTube with outside sources, which another video, because so much more, there's so many things I could talk to you about that. So as you can see, we stayed consistent. Most people would give up. Let's go to the views. Most people, so let's say you start in August, most people give up by Christmas. In fact, 90% of YouTubers give up after a few months. So they would have given up here, and then this channel would have just died. The only difference that this channel had was the fact that we kept going. And as you can see, if you didn't give up in December after a few months, you may have given up in March, or thought, this channel doesn't work, I'm going to start something different. And you just keep going through that cycle, and essentially what happens when you start a new channel is you go back to here. Yes, it might grow a little quicker, but then it still might not grow anywhere near as what you want, and you think, okay, that was it, it was just the channel wasn't going to work, and then all of a sudden it stops working again, and you just go back here again. And you just keep repeating this cycle over and over again, and you go through a handful of channels and it just never ever works because you just didn't stick to one. So the answer is just stick it through. Give it at least a year. As you can see, this channel was started in August, it's coming up, just under a year, May, June, and then all of a sudden, middle to end of June, we had a video that took off, which is very, very common, and then the channel then kickstarted, and now this channel is running very, very well. This is exactly what we like to see when we're looking at YouTube channels. If you see a channel that has gone crazy straight away, that can be good, but generally you need a few months before, where you're just finding your feet, before your channel takes off. That is the kind of pattern that we see of successful YouTube channels, is nothing for a while, then it takes off, and then it's nice, slow, steady growth. Now, wherever you're at your stage, I just want you to think about where you're at the stage. Are you at August? Are you just starting out? If so, you might have to wait until July next year before things start to happen. Or are you December? Are you two months in, and are you still not seeing anything? Just look at this. I want you to look at this every single time you start to think, is my YouTube channel going to work? Come back to this video and see what stage you're at. Now obviously your channel is going to be very different, and it might not follow this pattern, but generally this is the pattern that we see on successful YouTube channels. So where are you at right now? Are you almost a year in? Are you 2 years in? If you're 2 years in and you're still seeing this nothing, maybe then it's time to start thinking about doing something different. But if you're still just a few months in, you have no reason to be quitting at all. You have to keep going for at least a few more months, between 6 to 12 months. If your channel's going to grow, it's probably going to grow within 6 to 12 months. So if you're somewhere along here, do not think about giving up just yet, because just imagine what would have happened if we'd have given up in May of 2022. The channel would have just died. None of this would have happened. Now let's just quickly check out the revenue for 2025 already. So right now we're at the 10th of March. Just this year, 2022, this channel has generated $25,000, and we upload one video per week. This channel isn't anything amazing. It's a really, really fun channel. It's something that we really enjoy talking about. It's something that we're passionate about. And it's not just a cash cow channel. I hate that word. And if you're coming to YouTube because you want to create cash cow videos, cash cow channels, go watch another channel, because that's not the kind of content that we want to produce. We want to produce long-standing, impactful, evergreen content that people really enjoy watching. So $25,000 this year already is, for a solo creator, that would probably allow you to leave your job. In fact, I'm almost certain it would for most people. You'd be a full-time YouTuber at this point. However, most people just give up somewhere along here, and they never get to enjoy all of this. So this isn't to brag or boast about this channel. This isn't even our biggest channel by any means. It's just a channel that is doing very well for us at the moment, but it's been going since 2021. So I hope this video has given you a little bit of a boost of inspiration and confidence in your channel. Again, stay consistent. Most importantly, don't start changing everything up. You can tweak your videos, you can tweak your titles and your thumbnails during this period. Don't completely upend the channel and change the entire concept. If you're going to do that, you may as well just start another channel. But if you're thinking about completely changing everything, ask yourself why. Is it because you're not enjoying making that content anymore? If it is, maybe it's time to change. But if it's solely because you're not getting the views and the revenue and the subscribers that you want, then take a look at this and know that you're probably just in that period of nothing's happening, and I just need to stay consistent. I need to prove myself to YouTube and to my audience and to myself that I'm willing to stay consistent with this, and then I'll start getting the rewards for my hard work. So stay consistent. Know that all good channels go like this. It's really easy to just think, why are all these channels doing so well and mine isn't? But if you went into their YouTube analytics, this is probably what you'd see. So I hope you enjoyed that. Most importantly, stay consistent, keep creating, and I'll see you next time.